Hello, my friend. Today we are going to dive into it and we're going to have a big, beefy conversation around the real six-figure opportunity online. And that is the development of your digital skills. I think so many people get it wrong when they think that the money is in the opportunities, and it's not. The money is in these digital skills that can forever pay your bills. I've been online for 17 years, and one of the very first things that I focused on when I came online was learning how to actually make money online. I wasn't consumed with what opportunities I could join. I was most consumed with how can I learn what it actually takes to build a thriving online business. And over the years of being online, right, I kept developing my skills. My first initial months online was all about skill development as I was putting myself out there, learning how to market and actually making money for myself. But without those skills, I would have never gotten such a fast start. And without those skills, I would have never been able to replace my nursing income. And without those skills, I would have never been able to build a six-figure a year business. Again, without these skills, I would have never been able to do so many other things that I've been able to do that have completely transformed the life of both, myself and our family. And it's only going up from here, right? So there's no such thing as we arrive. We're never ever too late to decide to really go for what we know. It's never too late to decide to put yourself in the game. It's never too late to decide that it's your time to learn these digital skills. Because I'm telling you, write this down and never, ever, ever forget it. These digital skills can help you pay the bills forever. They can afford an amazing lifestyle for yourself. They can allow you to put kids through college. They can allow you to supplement your retirement. They can allow you to become job optional. They can allow you to be able to experience more of life and to have a lot of the niceties and a lot of the extras, right? Like these digital skills can take the ceiling off of your earning potential and giving you so much ownership and control over the way you earn your money. So grab your notebook and grab your pen because today's conversation is going to be a big one. We're not focusing on editing. We're focusing on having a conversation because I want you to leave here empowered. I want you to leave here inspired. And I want you to leave here knowing that number one, you can learn these skills. And that number two, it really is imperative that you decide to learn these skills because both the young and both the older are leveraging these skills, right? To again, forever pay their bills. They're leveraging these skills to turn their lives around. And I know for me, just this year alone, I've done some incredible things financially for our family because I got really, really serious about my skills and really deciding to finally build something sustainable versus just out there chasing money and chasing opportunities. And if that's what you've been doing, I want to tell you, stop it because that's not where the money is. It's not in chasing opportunities, time and time again. And we'll talk about it, in my notes, but time and time again, I have been let down by opportunities, and thank God that I've always had these skills because I've always been able to find a way to write my own check. I've always been able to find a way to make the money that I needed to make, right, to keep our lifestyle afloat or to live up to my end of the financial obligation for our households, right? And so opportunities and vehicles are really, really great, right? However, if you never learn how to drive, it doesn't matter how great the vehicles are. So if you're newer to my world, I want you to think about this video and my entire channel as a place to help you in learning how to drive online, a place to help you in learning how to build your digital skills and how to learn the business of online business so that you can really put yourself in the game, because I'm sure that's exactly why you've landed on this video, you clicked on this video, and why you're still watching. So go ahead and grab your notebook, grab your pen, let's dive in. So the very first thing I want you to know about this six-figure opportunity with these digital skills is that skills will always pay the bills, not opportunities. All right. The whole key is we want to develop these skills because it allows us to step into a space of ownership and control. All right. When I decided to learn all of the skills, and we'll talk about all of this in this video, but I have a gang of skills, right, that I use in my own business. And I have a gang of skills that I've been able to monetize where people have actually paid me for my skills. No one can ever take away the knowledge that I've acquired over the years, and no one can ever take away these digital skills that I've been able to develop. And that is exactly what gives us ownership and control over the way that we make money. Opportunities, right, are just like jobs. They can come and go. I have had 2 opportunities, right, that I can just speak of off the top of my head that were like, again, they were very memorable. One of them, the owner of the company actually died. And just like that, right, I lost a 6-figure a year business because he was a one-man show. And so when he passed away, the entire opportunity went away. And I had to go out there and I had to find another way to make money for myself. Another opportunity, the admin of the company just literally looked up one day and decided, I guess, he no longer wanted to do this. He shut down the entire operation. Our links were dead just like that. And I was going on my 3rd year of earning over $100,000 with that one opportunity. And just like that, it was taken away from me. So it's so important that you understand there can be some really great money-making opportunities and schemes and things that are out there, but I don't want you to stake your livelihood on those things. I would say, if anything, leverage them, right? But I'm even going to talk to you about a better way to leverage these digital skills that you are going to acquire, right? Like in the comments right now, I want you to commit to the fact that from here moving forward, you're going to put a bigger emphasis on developing your skills versus out there looking for the next shiny opportunity, because we're agreeing right now that they do come and go. And I hope that you are taking like my advice and my word, right, from my own experience, right, that it's just not a good feeling to look up one day and to have your entire livelihood snatched away from you. All right. So put a way bigger emphasis on developing these skills. Time and time again, right, because of these skills that I developed for myself, I've been able to create my own economy and to literally like pull money out of thin air. One instance I can think of is just off the top of my head, and I always use this as an example because I was so new to business when I was able to do this. But this was around the year 2009. And at that time, websites and blogs were really, really hot. And so many people wanted a branded blog, but a lot of people did not know how to create them. Well, I took the time to learn how to create a blog and all the graphics and the header and all these kind of things. I took the time to learn WordPress. And I remember I was sitting at home one day and I was like, I want to make some extra money. Like I wanted more money beyond what my business was doing. And I sent an email. So again, that's another skill we're going to talk about. You want to learn how to build your own databases. And so I had an email list that I had been building. And I said, you know what? I'm going to send an offer out to my email list. I'm going to offer to build their blog, right? And to create their header, right? For X amount of dollars. And I remember I sent that email out and I think I opened up like 10 spots, 10 or 20 spots. I don't quite remember. And I'm sure I could go to my email inbox and probably pull up that email. But I ended up getting responses just like that. Like as soon as I hit send and the emails went out, I immediately started getting replies from people that were like, send me the link, send me the link, send me the link. So like just like that, within the matter of like minutes, I would say, right, I was already up several hundreds of dollars from people that were like, yes, build my blog, build my blog, build my blog. That's an instance where I didn't have to wait for someone to give me an opportunity. I created that opportunity for myself because I had the skills and I had the know-how to be able to create blogs, to create headers, to use WordPress, right? And there were other people out there that didn't know and they were willing to pay me. That's what I mean by skills paying the bills and why skills trump opportunities. All right. So I want you again to put a huge emphasis on learning these skills. And we're going to talk about some key skills in this video that I really want you to focus on, especially as you're just getting started, because they will not only help you in your own business, right, but they will actually set you up, right, to have high income skills that you can leverage in a multitude of ways. And again, I'll talk about that more during this video. All right. So number 2, okay, it's important for you to know when it comes to the real 6-figure opportunity with these digital skills is that everything is going digitally. All right. Forbes even says that digital marketing is like the hot girl, right? Digital marketing is the skill that more and more people want to focus on learning, right? Because virtually every business out there is using some form of digital marketing to help their businesses grow. So just so you really understand like what's going on in the digital space, okay, and how everything is going digital, businesses are leveraging digital marketing. Communication is going digitally, right? Like how many companies are leveraging things like Zoom, all right? And before Zoom, many, many years ago, right, it was Skype. Like if you look at the evolution, right, of a lot of things that have gone digital, right, in a lot of instances, it's just gotten bigger. It's just evolved. Like it's not going anywhere, all right? There might be things that fall off, but I just believe it's because bigger, better things have replaced it, right? But we can't dispute the fact that in almost every instance, right, things are leveraging the digital space in order to grow, right? How about learning, right? Like so many things are going towards e-learning. Like I was thinking about this, right? Not only is the e-learning industry poised to be $1 billion a day industry by the year 2026, I believe, but long before like digital products and e-learning was as hot as they are right now, think about how many colleges, right, were already going towards e-learning, right? Like you no longer have to physically go to college, like University of Phoenix, right? Like there were a lot of instances where these colleges were just popping up and allowing people to be able to get their education like directly from the computer, right? So again, it's like we've been seeing these things unfold, but if you're anything like me, like you weren't really paying attention, right? But now that this is my business, right? Like I'm like, oh my gosh, this has been happening, right? Like right in front of our eyes all along. We can't ignore it. It's just going to continue to evolve and bigger and better things are going to continue to take over. And I think what's so fun about all of this is that even though you might not be interested in communication, and even though, you know, the whole idea of like learning online might not be your thing, which I think it is your thing if you're here, right? It's the whole fact that people just like you and I, girls next door, right? Like we get to leverage this digital space in order to claim our share and to make 6 figures a year if we desire. Like that's what I'm experiencing. And I don't feel like I'm anyone special. I just feel like I was paying attention and that I desired to learn these skills because I wanted to make, you know, the whole internet my new way of life when it came to earning. And the same thing can be true for you as well. So the internet and the digital skills is not just about big business, but heck, you can allow, right, the internet to become your big business when you learn how to develop these skills for yourself. How about shopping? All right. We don't even have to say anything about that. There have been companies that have closed up because shopping online has taken over, right? Temu, Shein, Fashion Nova, right? Just to name a few, Amazon. Like a lot of us have actually seen Amazon turn into the big conglomerate that it is, the big monster that it is, right? When I came online, there was no Amazon. So just think about that for a second. How long have you been around, right? And been online? And that when you first came online, there were none of these things. And then all of a sudden, not only did they emerge, but they became powerhouses, right? Digital, right, is taking over. How about advertising, right? How about dating? How about entertainment, right? How about counseling and therapy? I'm seeing ads all over the place, right? Where people can get therapy. One of the most recent things that are blowing me away is that one website, Hims, right? Where men can go and get prescriptions, right? For like all kinds of medication, right? Directly from the internet, right? Where you have doctors and nurses that are standing by to chat with you and to write prescriptions for you, where you don't even have to worry about going into a doctor for some of these very, very sensitive personal issues, right? Bananas. Everything is going digital. All right. So people with digital skills are cashing in on these industries one way or another. That's the crazy thing. All right. This whole digital wave is so much bigger than just going out there and finding a money-making opportunity. Because like I said, those are a dime a dozen, and just like a job, right, those can go away at a drop of a hat. But when you develop these skills, like literally, it's kind of like the internet becomes your oyster, right? And you realize like just how many ways that you can take advantage of these digital skills, right, to help you in creating a new way of earning for yourself. These skills are bigger than money-making schemes, right? And as I said earlier, please avoid these. Please avoid the money-making schemes, all right? They are designed to take your money And without any skills, you will not get your money back, and you will not make the money that you desire, all right? Or that was promised to you, or that was hyped up for you. Please, please, please avoid money-making schemes. And instead, if you're just getting started in all of this, focus way more heavily on developing skills and setting up a strong foundation and setting up something sustainable for yourself. Know first and foremost that you are investing in things that are helping you become better versus just investing into things that have a promise, right? That they're going to make you money. Ask yourself, if I know nothing about making money online, if I don't have digital marketing skills, if I don't know how to create content, if I don't know how to build a funnel, if I don't know how to build an email list, like just ask yourself, if I don't know how to do these things, right? How is investing into a money-making scheme or a money-making opportunity going to help me do these things if they're not promising, right, to help me develop these skills? All right. I want you to be empowered as you begin to move forward and know what is most important so you can begin focusing on those important things so that you give yourself a real honest opportunity to succeed, right, on the internet. All right. These skills allow us to build big, sustainable businesses. And that's how I look at what I've been able to build for myself, right? I've been earning online for 17 years because one way or another, I've always been able to create my own opportunities. Even when companies and people have let me down, I've always been able to figure out a way to make money for myself because I had these skills. All right. So I built a sustainable 6-figure business because I took these skills serious. I can send an email, make sales, and make money, right? More often than not, I wake up to sales on a daily basis. I literally wake up, right, and I've already earned $500 to $1,000 before I've even gotten out of bed, right? Throughout my days, I could be just, sitting around, living life, doing what it is that I'm doing, right? And sales just automatically roll in. I have a 6-figure website. So I literally have a website down below in the description, goprowithsteph.com. That funnel has earned me over 6 figures just this year alone. We're not even at the end of the year, right? So I have literally a website. I have a funnel, right, that I created that generates me over $10,000 every single month, no less. All right. And I'm averaging $2,100 per video, like a video just like this, right, that I upload and or go live to on YouTube. So when you go over to my channel and you click on videos and you click on live streams, all my videos and all my live streams for 2021, right, I am currently earning over $2,100 per video that I am able to upload because I'm making sales, right, from the product that I sell directly from my video. That's what I'm talking about when I say digital skills. When I think about YouTube as an example, here's a really, really classic example of this. When I came online way back in 2007, I never learned YouTube so that I could monetize it by waiting for AdSense. That's something a lot of people do, right? They just want to create content, they want to go viral, and they want to make money from AdSense. Well, guess what? In 2007, there was no AdSense. You created videos either to entertain people or you created videos because you wanted to sell something on the back end of your videos. So again, another high income skill that I learned right from the get-go was the skill of selling. I learned how to begin creating videos on YouTube before there was any training really around this, right? I created videos on YouTube, and through my videos, right, I was selling various things. Those videos in my first 30 days allowed me to make my first 28 sales, right? So it's like I learned a high income skill in selling right from the beginning because that's what we were supposed to do, right? Like that's what business was about. It wasn't just about creating, right, and allowing a platform to pay you because of ads. It was about showing up and learning how to create, right, so that you could actually sell the things that you wanted to sell, right? And so again, over the years, there's been a lot of changes, but I feel like coming up digitally the way that I did, I learned such strong fundamental skills right from the beginning that have only reinforced and made my skills stronger. And it's put a heavier emphasis on the need for these skills, right? Because I never want to be dependent upon anything, right? Or anyone or any platform. Like I always want to know that with everything that I do, that I am building stronger ownership and control in my business, right? Because of these digital skills. All right. Now here is the really, really great news is that anyone can learn these skills. I don't care how old you are right now. Feel free to weigh in down below in the comments. How old are you? Why are you looking at, digital marketing or making money online? Or why did you click on a video, about the real six-figure opportunity with these digital skills? Like, what has you wanting to learn this at this phase of your life right now, no matter how young you are, right? Or no matter how old you are, what has you wanting to learn this? It is such good news to know that literally anyone can learn these skills. The people that I find that hurt themselves the most is when they say they want to make money online, but they never put themselves in position of really learning these skills. They always kind of just stay out there watching other people and making excuses, right? Kind of just like playing around in the shallow end of the pool, right? But they never decide to make a big splash because they're always afraid, right, of learning these skills. They are not hard to learn, right? And especially when you understand the need for learning them, it's kind of like when you understand why you have to do something, doing it, right, becomes easier, because it's kind of like, I want to make six figures online. Well, the thing that's stopping me is these skills. So I must develop these skills so I can have a better retirement, or I can become job optional, or I can have extra income, right? You're not going to make your dreams of making money online a reality without these skills. I've seen people try time and time again, and it's always those that decide to develop skills and acquire the knowledge and put them into practice that actually end up having success. All right. So the great thing about these skills and getting started is that you don't have to have any fancy degree, right? It doesn't need to take you years and years and years, right, to learn these things. You don't have to go into a cave and like veg out on a bunch of information and content for months and months and months and months. These things are so easy to learn. And I've discovered the easiest way to learn is to put yourself in a position where you can learn and begin to apply and take action at the same time. That's exactly how I learned. And I'll talk about that in just a moment. All right. You don't have to be an expert, all right? So like, you don't have to feel like, oh, my mind doesn't work that way to learn these things. No, that doesn't make any sense, right? That does not, there's no one that I know of that is so dynamic, right, that they can't learn these things, right? Everyone can decide to learn these skills, right? And you can start from where you are, again, at any age. Like literally, I hope you take this as inspiration. I literally know people that have been online, right, for probably the length of time that I've been online, and they've known me for all of these years, and they've never committed to developing their skills. And year after year after year after year, they sit back, right, and they watch people like myself's businesses continue to grow while they still make excuses, right, for why they can't get their business off the ground or why they can't learn, right, some of the most basic skills. But if you decided to just sit still and say, I'm going to learn how to develop this skill, I'm going to learn, you absolutely can. That is what I want you to know. Don't be one of those people that look up and you allow time to get by you, and then you sit there and you regret the fact that you could have changed your life if you would have just taken developing these skills and learning these skills seriously. All right. We're either going to look up one day and be so doggone proud of ourselves for taking action and making our dreams a reality, or we're going to be sitting back regretful. There's only two outcomes. There's only two things, right? If you know you want something, don't allow yourself to reach a point where you're going to regret not taking action on the things that can actually move you further ahead. All right. So let me tell you about the formula, right, that I've always used. It's what I learned when I was first getting started. And it's the formula that if you follow this, you can be successful too. Number one, you're going to invest, right? So you're going to invest in what it is that you're learning, just like going to college, right? Or if you don't know how to sew and you want to sew, the likelihood is you're going to invest, right, to learn how to sew so you can actually learn it faster, right? You're then going to learn. So you're going to invest in what you want to learn. Once you invest, you're then going to learn from that which you invested in. A mistake so many people make, all right? And then you're going to apply. So as you begin to learn, right, you're going to then start applying what you learned directly back to your business so that you become proficient in your skills. All right, let's talk about the 4 skills when it comes to developing your digital skills, right, which are really the money skills that are going to help you make the money that you desire online. All right, there's a lot of skills that you could take on, that you could decide to learn, but here I'm just going to talk about the key skills that have helped me build the business that I built for myself, and the key skills that you're going to want to focus on, right, if you're wanting to build, a really simple six-figure business for yourself, right, in the next year or two. Number one is content creation and social media marketing, right? So content creation is exactly what you see me doing here. I'm going to start doing more and more videos around this, but what's so amazing about the time that we're in right now when it comes to content creation is that depending upon your age, like people my age, we're here for the conversation, right? Like I love listening to my favorite creators and or my mentors that, again, they deliver content just like I do, right? They're here to have a conversation. They're here to riff. They're here to share their journey, to share their experiences, right? And we get to learn in this way and be made better in this way. Right? And so one of the skills you're going to have to develop, it was one of the very first skills that I learned for myself, is how to create content. That's exactly how I was able to make 28 sales in my very first 30 days online, is that I learned how to use YouTube as a place for creating content, right? And or social media marketing, right? That's not my thing, but there are a lot of people that I know that make tons of money, right, through social media marketing on platforms like TikTok and Instagram and even Facebook. All right. The second skill is automation. So like I told you down below in the description, goprowithsteph.com, my website, right, earns me over $10,000 a month. It generates me hundreds of leads on a monthly basis, right? It helps me build one of my greatest assets in my business, which is my own database and my own email list, right? So you're going to want to learn automation skills. Okay. Automation skills, again, are things like goprowithsteph.com, websites, funnels, payment processors, sales pages, thank you pages, fulfillment pages. All right. There are people that have decided not to be successful online because they haven't taken the time, right, to learn these things. Again, imagine having a website where you can honestly say, I have a website, I have a domain name that pays me $100,000 a year, right? That's what I get to say, right? I have a website, I have a domain name that pays me over $10,000 a month, right? And I learned how to build it and I created it. All right. You can do the same thing, and you must learn how to do the same thing. And there's so many ways to get it done. There's a variety of platforms, right, that you can use nowadays to help you have a website, right, that can help you get paid. All right. 24/7, 365. Email marketing. All right. You want to learn how to build your own email list and how to send emails. Why? Because it's going to help you make more money. It is a high income skill. All right. Another area is product creation. You're going to want to learn how to create very simple digital products. All right. Whether they're written digital products, video-based digital products, you're going to want to learn how to create digital products, right? Why? Because that's going to be a way, again, that allows you to write your own check, to never be dependent on someone else. When you have the ability to take an idea and to create something out of it, again, that's you creating your own opportunities. Let me give you an example of this. All right. So I gave you the example of me, putting together a service of building people's blogs. Okay. Another instance, I invested into a course many years ago, and I learned something in that course. And it was about how to set up a very simple consulting aspect in my business. And I was like, as I was learning it and putting it together for myself, I was like, oh my gosh, like more people need to really know how anyone can have a very simple consulting business. And so I started creating videos around it. And one day I was like, you know what? I think I can teach people, right? Like what I've learned about setting up a consulting business. So I sent an email out to my list and I said, hey, I'm thinking about putting together a workshop, right, that will have you set up and ready to begin taking and paying clients for your consulting business, right? Would you be interested? I'm thinking the price is going to be $47. And as soon as I hit send, again, just like the blogging email, people started replying, yes, 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 yes. So that day, right, after I got all those replies, I put together a very, very simple sales page, a website, all right, and I marked the price down a little bit less, and then I sent out that website, right, to everyone that said yes, and I told them, like, I'll let you know the date of when we're going to do the workshop, and everyone started signing up for it, right? $37 just kept rolling in over and over and over again. Before I even went live with that workshop, I was already up several thousands of dollars from people, right, that registered and paid and that would join me on the live workshop or decide to watch the replay of the workshop once I was done. Now, I did that workshop live, and then because it went so well, I ended up packaging it, and then I began to sell it in an evergreen fashion. Evergreen means that I plopped it up on a website, And then I started advertising it and sharing it through my videos, and people would click the link in my description, pop over, and they would buy that replay, that actual class, that digital product, right, directly from my videos. And I started making more money by people that were buying that directly from my content. So that's an instance where I wasn't waiting for someone to give me something, that I was able to take an idea that I have, right? And I was able to market it. I was able to collect the money. I was able to create the website, right? I was able to go live and actually share my knowledge, and I was able to package it and have an evergreen digital product that I could continue to sell. These are the skills that you want to learn how to develop for yourself, because again, they will always put you in a position of being able to write your own check. These skills allowed me to earn 6 figures without a team and for less than $100 a month. So these skills right here, all right, allow me to earn 6 figures. And I don't have a team. No one does any of the work for me. I do all of this work inside of my own business, right? Maybe 20, 30 hours a week, right? And I run my entire business for less than $100 a month. That's what these digital skills can do for you, all right? But also, I've been paid lots of money to do these for other people. So there was one instance, there was a span in my business about a year and a half, where I had some consulting clients when I used to have a bigger consulting and client base, like a coaching base. And I had a couple of people that wanted to get their businesses set up, but they did not want to do it themselves. And so I told them, hey, I can do it for you. And in each of those instances, right, they paid me over $3,000 to set their businesses up, to basically set the infrastructure up for their digital products, to set up their sales system, to set up their email marketing. Basically, they had a ready-to-go system, right, when I was actually done with it. So because they did not know how and or they did not want to, and they wanted it done faster, they were willing to pay me, right, over $3,000 to set those things up for them. That's exactly what these digital skills can do. So can you see in these instances, like, would I always want to be creating websites for people? No, like now that's not the kind of business I have, but I've always been able to pay my bills because I had these skills. And so I could always create my own offers, right? And be able to make the money that I needed to make because I had these skills. These skills not only make me money for my own business, right? So like the $10,000 a month I earn now in my business from selling a digital product that I didn't even have to create. And I'll talk about that in a moment, right? I earn $500, right? Every single time someone buys this from me because of my marketing skills, because of all these skills that I talked about here. But then also, right, I can send out offers at any time to build websites and to provide services for other people and be able to make even more money, right? Because I do possess these skills. So I'm going to talk about real quickly how I got started with developing these digital skills for myself and how it plays such a role in what I do now in my business so that other people don't have to go down the same path that I went down when I was first coming online. So when I first got started, I got started by just simply selling something that I had began to learn from, much like what I do in my business now, but it's much savvier now. I didn't know a lot of things. Like I didn't know anything about sales funnels or like email marketing. And so like literally, just to make a long story short, I was constantly piecemealing my knowledge. I was like piecemealing my business together. I never was able to sit down and like learn all of these skills, right? Like I didn't have a big picture view of what it was going to take to succeed online. I was like learning the things as I went. So like as an example, like 30 days into my business after I made my first 28 sales, someone said, hey, Steph, like I noticed that you're sending everyone to a sales page and that you're not building your own email list. And so that was the instance where I learned about email marketing. I learned about building my own funnel, right? And within a week's time, I went out there and I researched, and then I put together my first funnel and I put together my first email marketing system. And then as I went, right, and things were brought to my attention, right, I took the time to learn them and I took the time to develop the skills, right, by applying the new things that I was learning directly back to my business. Once I had built an email list, right, I had to learn how to get good at sending emails. And so again, I took a little bit of time to learn like what that was all about. And again, I learned as I went. I learned as I earned, right? I watched what other people were doing. Now, this is not the way that I would suggest people get started now because it can be very, very lengthy. And I believe people should set themselves up to win, right, sooner versus later. And for most people, they're just not going to win fast that way. They're going to burn out and they're going to feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm never going to get this. The way that my business is positioned now is that I set people up where within 3 weeks, they have become pretty proficient, like they have learned the business of online business, like they know what this is all about. They're set up to begin making money, right, through their own money getting system where they're building their own email list and they have all of the factors like all built out, right? And they have a really big picture view of what this is all about. So they don't have to focus on piecemealing their business or their knowledge or their skills together. Like they know exactly like what the expectation is, what this is all about. And they have one place where they can actually learn all of these things, apply all of these things, make money, right? From like they have everything that they need. And so let's talk about how these skills can like change your life. If you haven't already gathered, right? Like how you can change your life based upon these skills. I'm just going to rattle these off. All right. Because you're going to get it. And at some place, you're going to see yourself in some of these instances and you're likely going to want these things for yourself. Right? So number one, it gives you an opportunity to create new opportunities. We already talked about that and how many times I've been able to do this. And I've been able to do this way more times than I've talked about in this video. All right. But these digital skills, they take the ceiling off of your earning potential. These digital skills give you the flexibility and to set your own hours. One thing that I love about my business is that, you know, because of what I created this year, like I've taken the stress out of feeling like I have to be really, really strict with when I do things, right? Like I can roll out of bed, go sit on the patio and just with my phone, right? I can like send emails. I can create social media graphics. I can create the outlines for my videos. Oftentimes I will come in from the patio at maybe like 11:30 and I'll tell my husband, I'm done for the day. Like everything I was able to do, I've been able to do from the patio directly from my phone, right? Like that is so fun, right? And all the while, right? My business is being built. Leads are coming in, sales are being generated, right? And again, it's the flexibility to not only be able to work where I want to work, but also be able to work when I want to work. My husband, is a shift worker. And so, you know, he spends a couple of days at work, comes home, sleeps, he works at night. But what I love about that is the fact that I get to like even adjust my schedule to his schedule. Where if, you know, like when the weekends that he works, right, those are the weekends where I will work a little bit harder. The weekends that he's off, I decide to take off those weekends. When he's off during the week, I decide to work less so I can spend time with him. Again, it's the flexibility of being able to work when I want to work, right? How I want to work, right? And again, where I want to work. It's also the ability, I love this one, around the clock earning potential. Again, one of my favorite things in my business is like being asleep and then hearing my phone cha-ching. Right? When I hear that phone cha-ching, it means I know that I've just made a $500 sale. Imagine before your feet hitting the ground in the morning, already knowing that you're waking up, right, to a $500 day or a $1,000 day or a $1,500 day, right? So many times where I've woken up and my phone has cha-ching several times while I was sleeping. And so these digital skills allow you to be able to set up systems that allow you to be able to make money 24/7, 365. One of the things that I did for my business about a year ago is that I pivoted from my coaching and my consulting business, which was very, very heavy on me trading time for the money that I wanted to earn. And I decided to sell a digital product, right, that I can sell 24/7, 365, which gives me the ability, right, to be able to create this kind of income. All right. You get to earn from many streams, again, without trading time. So I sell a digital product on the front end of my business, but I also have quite a few passive income streams that are built in and embedded into my business. Like as an example, the resource that I use in my business to help us create our funnels, every single customer that purchases my digital product from me, right, the likelihood is that they will actually go on and become a customer of this tool. And so every single month, right, I get an automatic deposit into my PayPal account, right, for recurring commissions that I just keep earning that I'm like, I don't even sell it. It's just embedded into my business. It's a part of when someone purchases my digital product on the thank you page, right, there is a link that says, click here to get your free system set up. right? Everyone gets to start with the free system. And whenever they want to upgrade their system because they want more features, when they upgrade, I automatically earn a commission. And every single month, right, my earnings keep growing. So I am building a recurring income base, right, every single month that I don't even have to sell. I don't even have to talk about. All right. And so like we get to, when you have these digital skills, right, like we literally get to trick out our business and set up so many different ways of earning, right, without having to trade additional time. So I don't work any harder for the additional income streams that are popping off in my business. They're just strategically set up. And I'm telling you, like, you can learn these things as well. Another thing I have to sneak in there is the sense of accomplishment. Like, all throughout the years, every single time I learn something and then I apply it to my business and I get a result, there was a sense of accomplishment that like I did this. Like I didn't earn more money because someone gave me a raise or because I got a bonus. It's like I earned more money. I'm earning like 6 figures a year, or I increase my income, or I add a different income stream or another income stream. And it's like I did that, right? Because I took these skills serious, because I took this knowledge serious. It allowed me to make money moves in my business, right? And again, it's a sense of accomplishment, right? Again, and depending upon your age, like that can be major for you if maybe you thought like you could never learn this stuff. And I'm going to talk about exactly how I've set things up to make it easy for you to learn these things, to begin applying these things, to begin earning, right? And to begin like growing the kind of business that you would love to grow online. And you also get to create sustainable financial peace when you decide to build it right. So whether it's for retirement, whether it's for the extras in life that you want, whether it's to become job optional, whether you want to stack your cash, that's what I focused on this year, was making a boatload of money, right? And having like tons of money in reserves where I don't have to worry about the bills for the next 3 months. Like that was my big goal this year, was to get to a point, right, where I could just have 3 months of bills, right, just sitting there. And I got to a point where I have way more than that. It just feels really, really good. Again, to me, like that financial piece, I think is something that more and more people deserve to have. You got to want it for yourself, right? But if you want it for yourself and you decide to work for it, like it just feels really, really good when you're actually able to accomplish it. So like those are just some things that you can decide to look forward to when you decide to take these digital skills really, really serious, and you decide to be more about, again, the skills versus just hopping around from opportunity to opportunity. All right. Those that do that, they just seem to never, ever, ever make any money. But those that focus on the skills, not only do they get better, right, but they set themselves up to start making the money that they desire. All right, let's talk about the formula for actually getting started. All right, so let me know in the description, like, are you excited about the prospects of developing these digital skills? I want to say something really quick. I don't know why this just came to my mind. One of the reasons I love to talk about like these digital skills is because I always mention this in a lot of my videos, but the way that you're introduced to like the world of making money online plays such a big role in how you get your business set up and how proficient you are with all of this. I see people all over the place that are like jumping on this YouTube bandwagon, right? Where like they believe like getting monetized on YouTube is like the thing that we should all focus on. And I talked about this before. It really isn't, because I feel like I have the kind of income that a lot of people would like to have, but because they're chasing pennies through like YouTube monetization, as an example, they're missing the aspects of business where you're actually building your email list, where you're actually being able to make really great money up front from things that you sell. I see it all the time where brand new people on YouTube are trying to teach other people, but if you go down to the description, there's no automation, meaning there's no websites. They're telling people to email them, right? Like that's the hard way of building your business. It's not a sustainable way. You want someone that when they go to your description, right, that you're able to do business, right? For years, I've been able to do business directly from my videos. People have paid money to book consults with me because I had a link in my description, right? People are able to buy my digital product right now because there's a link in my description. All right. And so I just think, again, I can't talk enough about like why I preach what I preach around these digital skills, because I see so many people making life harder on themselves because they're like writing trends versus focusing on the sustainability of getting real systems and structures and foundations, right, set up inside of their business that they can just keep building upon. And I think for a lot of people, they don't even know that these things exist because they're so locked in on like, like learning one thing, that it's like they're learning a tactic, but they don't understand the big picture, right, of these digital skills and how to deploy them properly inside of your business. I'll give you this as an example, like why I'm on this soapbox. The very first year that I earned over $100,000, I had 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. And out of that $108,000 that I earned, 86,000 of it came because people joined my email list and they bought sometime later. Now, what if I would have been one of these people where I wasn't building an email list and I was only trying to sell directly from my videos? I would have made some money, but I would have left about $86,000 of that on the table had I not had my own email list, right, and been able to follow up with them. Because again, 86,000 of those dollars from 108,000, they came much later after someone discovered me on YouTube, joined my email list, sat on my email for some time, and then decided to buy later. That's what these digital skills will allow you to do. They will allow you to get to the bag, collect the coins, right, and make a heck of a lot more money for yourself, right, when you really understand how to use them. So what's the formula for getting started? All right, number one, you have to decide that this is what you want to do. And that's what I did when I got started so many years ago. I knew that I wanted this to be my new way of life. And I so vividly remember telling myself, I don't care what I have to learn, what I have to overcome, what obstacles come my way, I'm going to make this my new way of life. So this was never, ever something I was trying. I didn't have any kind of stipulations. I didn't give myself a time frame. I just said, this is going to be my new way of life. And so instantly, every single day, I operated and ran my business and took action, right, as if this was going to become my new way of life. And that's why I believe it's been so. So first off, you have to decide, because you have learning that you have to do, and you've got to decide to stay the course. So you've got to decide this is not something you're trying, but that this is something that you really want to learn. Number two, all right, I want you to set a big bubble goal. Okay, Steph, what's a big bubble goal? A big bubble goal, right, is like ultimately like what you want. So with me, my big bubble goal was I wanted this to be my new way of life. What that was saying was I wanted to be able to replace my nursing income, and I wanted to be able to earn all my money right through my digital efforts. I didn't have a dollar amount. I just knew I wanted this to be the way that I could provide for my family. Right? So what's your big bubble goal? Do you want to become job optional? Do you want to earn, $75,000 a year to supplement your retirement? Do you want to build $1 million business? What is your big bubble goal? Okay. Once you have the big bubble goal, like if you decide that you want to take on my mentorship and get help with learning these things and building out your business, I will help you with all the incremental goals and steps, right, that we will focus on to help you, right, in growing into that big bubble goal. All right. But you want to have that initially, because that's the thing that will help you decide and really buy into like why you're doing this, why you will sustain the things that you will sustain, why you will go through the things that you will go through. Right. And then why you are just simply deciding to write this out no matter what comes your way. And that's what I've done over the years. All right. Step number 3, you're going to invest in your knowledge and your skill development. What's so important about this is that you are investing in you. You're not buying something, okay? In this instance, you're deciding, I want to learn these digital skills. I want to get better. I want to improve my skill development. I want to learn how to do these things because I realize that I become more valuable. When I can build websites, I become more valuable. When I can, do email marketing, I become more valuable. When I can create content, I become more valuable. When I can learn how to do these things, when I can create graphics, I become more valuable. All right. So it's understand that you are increasing your value for both your business, right, and for anything else that you ever want to do when it pertains to these digital skills. What's so important about investing into yourself and looking at it this way is that as soon as you begin to learn this business and you begin to develop these skills, no one can ever take them away from you, right? So opportunities and money-making vehicles can come and go, But the skills that you develop, the knowledge that you acquire, no one can ever take those things from you. And part of the knowledge that you will acquire and the skills that you will develop, you'll also learn the strategy of business. So like you will actually learn how to do business in a certain way, right? So that you could always create your opportunities. You can always create your earning vehicles, right? Because again, you've taken the time to acquire this knowledge and develop these skills, all right? Investing in yourself in this way, it literally is the first step to the boss life. Okay. When you are unwilling to invest in yourself and you don't take developing these skills or acquiring the knowledge seriously, it's a very, very hard road if you ever reach there of becoming a real boss. Right. So I just truly believe that deciding to invest in yourself, it is the first step, right, to the boss life that so many of us want. All right. I wish that the opportunity that I share now with people, I wish I would have had that when I first got started, because I'm telling you, I likely would have earned 6 figures within my second year in business, if not my first, right? Because I would have had everything that I needed. I would have understood the big picture, all the skills that needed to be developed. I could have been working on them immediately, right? Versus piecemealing my business together. All right. So just really, really important. All right. And then step number 4 under the formula is that you want to learn high income skills. So once you invest in yourself, right, you're investing to learn, but now you in fact want to learn. You want to take the time to begin learning these skills. All right. Now, step 4 and step 5, they really do work together, because you don't want to be one of these people that you spend all of this time consuming the content, consuming the training and learning and learning and learning and learning, and then never do anything with it. The best way to actually learn is by consuming, right, and learning, and then applying what you learn directly back to your business. So as you are learning, you want to start doing, you want to start implementing what it is that you're learning. Right? You want to establish your business direction. That's something you're going to learn, right? You want to really think about the niche, right? The target market of people that you're building your business for, all right? Again, that's part of learning how to do business online. All right. You want to create your systems. That's the part of like getting your hands, right? Getting your hands in your business, right? Creating the capture pages, creating sales pages, connecting your payment processors, like building out your money getting system, the thing that will be responsible, right, for helping you to make sales inside of your business. Whether you want to think about this as a website or a funnel or a store, right? You got to build out your systems, right? And then you want to begin your marketing. All right. So your marketing is, again, creating those YouTube videos, right? Or creating that content on Instagram, or creating that content on TikTok. Or if you already have an audience on Facebook, right? Creating that content, right? Again, to begin your advertising and to begin your marketing. So again, as you're learning about those things, you want to step out there and you want to begin applying it. I am telling you, this is exactly how I was able to get such a fast start in my business as a complete newbie and earn 28 sales or acquire 28 sales in my first 30 days, is because as I was learning, right, I was taking immediate action. Had I sat back and just learned and I didn't do anything, it would have been impossible for me to make those sales in my first 30 days. But because I was out there, again, doing the marketing, that put me in prime position for people to discover me and for me to sell the thing that I was actually selling. Those initial wins, right, they were huge for my confidence, because once I made my first sale, you couldn't tell me that this was not going to be my new way of life. I just knew that if I could make one sale, that I could make hundreds and thousands of sales. And that is the exact win that I needed, right, to really kick this thing in motion for myself. And that's what a lot of people actually need when they are actually getting started. All right. And then, of course, you're going to start earning. So once you start marketing, right, it's inevitable, right? You will then start earning at some point. All right. Step number 8, let's talk about the opportunity to learn and earn with your girl. So I talked about how I had to piecemeal my business together when I was first getting started, because that's just the way things were. But now I have found a way to simplify the process and to help anyone that has the desire to get set up with these digital skills and that really want to learn the business of online business and start making money online. I have simplified the process to teach them everything that they need to learn and to help them acquire these digital skills in a setting that allows you to learn as you are earning, and also getting access to a ready-made digital product that you can begin to sell for $500 a pop just like I do, and also giving you access to mentorship on a weekly basis so that you are fully supported. So what this looks like is it starts with a digital marketing course, and the digital marketing course teaches you the business of online business and helps you acquire these digital marketing skills step by step. So you're going to learn all about what digital entrepreneurialism is. You're going to learn all about how to choose your business direction. You're going to learn all about, niching and designing your brand and creating content and learning these various platforms. And you're going to also learn how to get set up for online business success, meaning you're going to learn all about what automation is, how to utilize automation tools, and how to actually get your personal business set up ready to begin making you money. You're going to learn all about building your own email list. You're going to learn about creating your sales pages, your order form pages, your thank you pages, connecting your payment processors, everything that you need to get set up to help you start making money. This digital marketing course and training system walks you through every bit of it. On top of that, we give you a ready-made digital product. So as you are setting up your business, you have a choice to decide if you want to sell the same digital marketing course that you are learning from. This is exactly how I got my fast start when I first got started so many years ago, is I didn't have to figure out what I wanted to sell, and I didn't have to create anything from scratch. I was really excited about the prospects of learning how to make money online, and I knew that so many other people needed this information. So I was able to get out there immediately and take what it is that I learned, begin my marketing, and I began to sell, right? The same thing that had helped me, I began to sell it to other people, allow me to make my first sale on day number 3 and 28 sales in my first 30 days. This is why I love this process so much for other people, because I know it will give you a really, really fast start, but emphasizing, right, the fact that you've got to learn these skills and putting the learning first. The process that I set you up with, it will allow you literally to get out there and to begin your marketing and putting you in a money-making position by week number 3. So I have a fast track plan that I encourage you to use, because I really do believe in people getting their wins really, really quickly. So imagine within 2 weeks being able to learn, be able to get your business set up, and then by week number 3, beginning to implement your marketing, right? So that you can put yourself in the way of being able to acquire your first customers. I love the fact that we've simplified this process, because the fact of the matter is that digital skills, they really are the future. And I want more and more people to get their share. Being 50 years old and seeing and experiencing a lot of things, right? There are a lot of opportunities that I think each and every one of us can say, like, I wish I could have taken advantage of that. And that's how I feel about these digital skills. I really, truly believe, and I know that we are riding a digital wave right now. And there will be some people that will just simply sit back and decide to get wiped out by the wave. And there will be other people like myself that will decide to ride it, and will also decide to lend a helping hand to help other people understand what this is all about and how they can actually get their share. And that's what I want to do for you. Like, you're here, you're watching this video, you're still here with me now. And I just want you to know that there is a simplified way for you to learn these skills so that you can decide to get in the game for yourself. Because literally, skills do pay the bills, right? And this can truly be a new way of life for you. Just like I decided many years ago when I embarked upon this that I was making this my new way of life. I saw it through, and I in fact have made this my new way of life. So I will drop my information down below in the description if you would love to learn more about this fantastic learn and earn opportunity, and an opportunity to get mentorship to help you along the way, all built into one. I really hope that you are leaving better than when you came. If you are, please let me know down below in the comments. Share your ahas, right? And let me know if you are committed to developing these digital skills for yourself so that you can begin experiencing a brand new way of life. Make sure you do subscribe before you leave, but most importantly, right, go learn more about this learn and earn opportunity, because I would love, right, to see what you do as you begin to develop these skills for yourself. Have a fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video or seeing you inside our community. Bye-bye.